What's going on, everybody? TRAE4PAY back in the building, coming at you guys with the newest permanent resident of the Wisconsin prison system, Darrell Brooks, everybody. Now, if you watched my last reaction, some of the footage from this, it is super frustrating, bro. He talks over the judge a lot. He talks over the prosecution. He's saying his name isn't Darrell Brooks, but then he continues to answer to the name Darrell Brooks. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what a sovereign citizen is. Like, after looking up a lot of it, people are saying he's just saying random stuff. Like, none of this stuff he's saying makes any sense. Before we begin, I do have to say, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, man. That's about it. This gonna be a frustrating one, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Can't keep doing stuff without. It should be a fair trial. That's my right.
He already
Shouldn't be able to do things without my knowledge, and then pass it off to the jury like that's fair. They deserve to know that too.
To do stuff without his knowledge. He think this his court or something? Like, you ain't the judge, yo. You just the dude that's here. You can't do that without my knowledge. What are you even talking about?
The rest of you can have a seat as well. As soon as the jury's out, I'll make a record. All right, Mr. Brooks, you are well aware that the reason documents are being put on the
I don't consent to being called that name.
Are because this court.
Hey, what makes it even dumber is he don't say what name he does consent to being called to. He just tells you what name he don't like being called. But it's like, okay, so what name do you want? I wish they would say that to him. He just gonna keep saying, I just don't consent to being called that, because he don't even know. He just trying to say whatever he can to slow things down.
Indicated it would limit the movement of the parties due to your custodial status to keep things fair.
And I merely asked, how did it get there?
Sir, do not interrupt me, or you will forfeit your right to be present in this courtroom.
So you holding me in contempt? Are you holding me in contempt?
I'm going to make a record.
Are you holding me in contempt?
I'm not answering your questions.
So then you're not holding me in contempt.
Do not interrupt me again, or you will go to the other courtroom.
Under what lawful law?
Please
right,
do.
He's interrupted me once again. We're going to clear the courtroom. He's being disrespectful. I'll make a record once he moves. Unless you can promise me right now that you let me make my record without you interrupting me, sir.
He is not going to promise
You
a
gonna make your
single
record?
thing.
You can make your record.
Then please don't interrupt me.
Don't hold me in contempt.
I've never said any such thing.
Removing me from the courtroom, Your Honor, is essentially holding me in contempt.
All right. No, you're forfeiting your right to be present under Illinois versus Allen.
I didn't forfeit anything.
Well, I'm going to start talking, and if he interrupts, then I will close this courtroom, and he will be taken to the next courtroom. Mr. Brooks, you are well aware that the court made some pretrial rulings related to whether there would be, they can stay in, I haven't closed it yet, he's not interrupting me, whether the parties could approach the witness stand. And I did that because you're in custody, and I'm not going to allow you to approach the witness stand while in custody. That is why various precautions have taken place to limit, frankly, that from happening. Throughout this trial, there was one instance at the very beginning of the case where I allowed the state to approach a witness. I corrected that. That hasn't happened since. We've had bailiffs take items up to the witness stand, or the items have been given to the witnesses, or they've been placed on the witness stand. That's proper. There is nothing wrong about that. Nobody's...
So I'm confused. Is he upset that he can't approach the what do you call him? You can't approach the witnesses or something? Like, he's upset that he can't walk up there. Why does that even matter? You know, what is that going to do to him?
He's trying to pull a fast one over
speaking
you.
His case,
no one is doing something
case.
That's not permitted by this court, or frankly under the rules of decorum and courtesy, or the presentation of evidence in this case. Frankly, from my perspective, sir, your attempts and your comments are to try to dig in at this jury and to somehow create doubt about the presentation of this case or the fairness of these proceedings without the party, meaning the state, having an opportunity to refute, explain, or correct it. I've taken the jury out at this point to admonish you that any further mumbling under your breath or not recognizing when I uphold or sustain an objection that I will take as a disrupting interruption.
How much y'all want to bet when she finished giving this, like when she finished telling him everything that he should do to basically stay in the courtroom and finish doing what he's trying to do here, how much do you want to bet he's just going to go back to talking about, it's that thing he keeps repeating, bro.
Ever print off proof that you have subject matter jurisdiction. How about that?
He going to go back to talking about something like how you enter evidence into the system or something like that. Like, he just keeps trying to, he acts like he didn't even hear what she just said and goes back to fussing about whatever he wants to. And that's why I love when she told him, hey, just take him to the other courtroom, bro. We're going to finish up without him.
I choose not to do it for the reasons that I've stated on the record previously. All right? You can forfeit your right to be present at any point in time during this trial by your conduct under Illinois versus Allen. When it is disruptive, when it does not follow the simple rules of courtesy and decorum, I draw your attention once again to SCR Chapter 62, which has been previously provided to you, which is under the statute there. These constant mumbling and interruptions.
You don't even know what that is. He just let you talk because he about to.
I haven't made a record of them today, but I
he
know
getting
now.
the second win and started interrupting again.
Then there was 5 at 9:02, 3 at 9:03, 4 at 9:04, 1 at 9:05. Sorry, 2 at 9:05, 1 at 9:06. 3 at 9:08, again at 9:17, 9:27, 10:31, 1:05. There was talking over by you at 2:03, 5 interruptions at 2:14, 2:15, 2:17, at 2:19, audible muttering, 2:31, 2:33, what I would describe as inappropriate, like muttering under your breath, 2:35. At 3:06, there was a hilarious comment.
He just punched the desk again. I don't know what that was.
3:11, there was what I would describe as arguing about the muttering and the irony of it all. At 3:12, there were 4 interruptions. At 3:37, more 4:09, 4:10, more mumbling. At 4:11, twice, and at 4:12, 9 different times. So I think I've made an ample record of the disruptions today. I've been abundantly
man interrupted more times than the criminal counts that are against him.
I've, again, as I stated earlier, I've even limited
Imagine being
how
a grown
I tell
man and
these
this
things
is how
to the
you
jury about how we
carrying yourself. Like, really?
And I simply say the jury is to disregard comments and statements made by the parties or the lawyers, as those are not evidence. So I'm warning you, do not interrupt again. If this jury comes back or when they come back and you do that, then you will be removed and you will forfeit your right to be present for the examination of this witness. Let's bring the jury back in.
Well, you might as well remove me then, because what you're doing is not fair. I can't even rebut.
Yeah. Bruh. Really? Yo, you see what I'm saying?
What you saying? I didn't interrupt you. I let you make your incorrect record.
Mr. Brooks, I'm bringing the jury out and we're continuing. We're going to get through these witnesses.
Your incorrect record.
Okay.
And I'm not stopping you from doing that.
Through your behavior, you're not going to delay these proceedings today.
I'm not trying to delay the proceedings, so I wish you would stop being incorrect on the record and saying what I'm trying to do if you don't know that. You don't know what I'm trying to do.
I'm bringing the jury out. I'm not going to argue with you.
Then don't. Because I'm not arguing with you either. I'm stating facts.
You're raising your voice. It's
because I'm tired of you always making a record.
At me.
You're making a record of me trying to look bad. I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work.
I'm making...
This is the type of... See, another thing I notice he don't like, or something I feel like he doesn't like. He doesn't like that the judge is a woman. Like, you can tell he one of them types of dudes that he try to really control the women that are around him and stuff like that. He tries to, like, make them feel scared of him and screaming at them. And right now, everything he's trying to do ain't working, okay? The prosecution, I hope I'm using that word right. The prosecution, you got those two ladies over there. They handling themselves with authority and all this, and he trying to shake them up and make them, it ain't working. So I can tell that's really making him even angry. Like, you can tell he keep amping it up.
Making a record
He
of
don't
what's
like that.
accurately
You're
being
making
done
a
in my
record of
courtroom.
incorrect statements. That's what you're
And I'm
doing.
glad it makes him uncomfortable.
You're not making
too.
a record of
Mr.
not
Brooks,
being
I'm
able.
advising you to
You
be
tell he
quiet
don't
because
like
the
it.
jury's coming back out.
You're advising me to be quiet. Is you telling
I'm
me to be
advising
quiet?
you to be respectful when the
Are
jury
you
comes
telling
out.
me to be quiet, or are you asking me?
I'm asking you and advising
Okay.
you.
Thank you for correcting that, because don't nobody tell me what to do. I don't tell nobody else what to do.
I'd appreciate
We're all
if you
we're
lower
all
your tone
adults
of
in here.
voice
I've
and
never
not yell
told
at
you
me,
to
sir.
do anything at all.
Sir, I'd appreciate if your tone of voice would change.
I would appreciate if you would ask me. I'm a grown man with grown kids. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. Nobody. I don't have a problem with doing what you asked me to do.
I feel
not
so
tell
bad for
me.
this judge, bro. Yo, I wish somebody would do something. Somebody sneak him or something in mid-sentence. Like, this
Just
is
like
getting
when
crazy.
I asked you about
This
subject
dude
matter
feel too
jurisdiction that
comfortable
you have
doing
yet
all
to
this
prove
right
on the
now.
record. But somehow I'm being intentionally disruptive. Come on, man. Stop. Just stop it.
Jury's coming out.
All rise for the jury.
Not gonna work.
You might as well put him in the other room. He not gonna stop. He already amped up.
I'm supposed to be scared of getting removed or something.
You see, bro, look. He thinking right now of all the disruptions that he's about to cause. Look at him. Look at him looking up in the air, and then you see his mouth moving a little bit. This dude's straight up practicing what he's about to say. Sitting here thinking about what crazy stuff he about to do now. Whatever he can do to slow it down, bro.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Statement continue its
Why are you looking like
examination
that,
of this
bro?
witness. I believe we're on
You
exhibit
look like a
117.
killer. Oh, he trying to stare the judge down
Madam
again.
Clerk, would you please
Dude, a
turn the
clown,
display back?
bro. This dude a clown.
Mr. Johnson,
I shouldn't be laughing because you know what he did. But this is an evil freaking dude, bro. Look at the way he's looking. He trying to look like he's...
were there other items on the front passenger seat besides the blue winter hat?
Objection leading.
This
We'll
mess
rule
mess
the
up my
witness may
mood.
answer.
I'm gonna have to space out these reactions to this dude because like it kind of messes up my mood a little bit. Like, he got some dark energy to him that I don't like at all. If y'all enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you did something good for somebody today. Hope somebody did something good for you. And I will catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.